everybody, welcome again to another video. Today's video I'll be taking you on my journey from Accra, Ghana to Oslo, Norway. And this was my trip in January 2022.
The boy's crying.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray.
I was at this waiting area because that was what was stated on my flight itinerary, that this was where I was going to depart from. But something didn't look okay. Unknown to me, people were at C3 instead, and I almost missed my flight. But then I was like 30 minutes early to this place, and so I was able to meet up with time. You guys, when you're at the airport, make sure to keep checking and updating yourself. The seats were close to each other, so it was so easy to bump on people that were already seated. I had to be saying sorry a couple of times. Just seeing your country from the sky, moving to a different country, a different continent, like it was mixed feelings, like I was so hungry I refused to sleep because I've heard of people, instances or stories of people sleeping and missing the food. I was like, no, I'm not going to miss the food. I was so busy preparing that I didn't have time to eat. I only bought pie at the airport, which saved me a lot. And then this was the food they gave me to eat. Some I didn't know what they were, some I didn't know what they were, and well, I was just thinking, okay, I could just eat it because I'm hungry. I just want to eat anything to be full, and I think to satisfy the hunger, it was okay. Then this was what I was so unsure about what it was, because they asked me if I wanted fish or beef, I think, because I can't really remember. Only for this to come, I was like, what was that on top? I couldn't eat even less than half of it. But then I munched on the pastries, and that was okay to take me to Brussels, at least, to take me to Oslo. So I just had to select the meatballs because I opted for meat because I knew I can't go wrong with meat. So I opted for meatballs. But then I had to force it down my throat, guys. I kept on checking the map because it was really nice seeing where you were, where you'd gotten to. So a few minutes before we landed, we were given these muffins. They were the ones I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the muffins and then the juice. Finally, we got to Brussels. It was quite late. It was dawn, so it was still dark, and it was during winter, so it was dark, and it was really nice to know that you've arrived Europe. I think the trip was really short to Europe. It was a straight flight to Brussels, and that was like almost 6 hours, almost 6 hours. That was really cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will disembark row by row. Please remain seated until we call your row to exit the plane. If you have connecting flights, follow the red connection signs and proceed immediately to the boarding area. Please have your passport and travel documents ready before presenting yourself at the border control. Please leave your blanket on board. Thank you. Dames en heren, hartelijk welkom te Brussel en u is 20 voor 6 plaatselijke tijd. Gelieve te blijven zitten en uw veiligheidsgordel vast te laten tot we het vastzichtbaar uitgeschakeld hebben. Dames en heren, wij danken u voor het vertrouwen in Brussels Airlines Limited Airlines. We wensen u een aangename verdere reis en hopen u nog eens welkom aan boord. Dames en heren, we zullen straks gelijk de rij uitstappen. Gelieve te blijven zitten tot we uw rij uitnodigen om te blijven zitten. U wordt verzocht om het teken aan boord te laten.
So at this point, you only had to follow the signs that led you to the transit area. So it was so good to follow the signs so you don't get lost because it's a very big airport. So after going through all the necessary checks, I had like 7.5 hours to wait for my next flight. That was so long, so I just had to find a place to sleep because I didn't rent a suit place. So I slept on the benches at the airport. It's free to sleep, and the place was not so crowded because I think it was dawn, so there was not many people at the airport. So it was just I slept on my bags. I used my bags as my pillow, and it was okay because I knew I was going to my destination soon. It's just a transit. You just have to sleep because it was so tiring. The whole process was so tiring. Preparation was so tiring. So I had to just sleep. And yeah, it was finally time to leave Brussels to Oslo. Now it was afternoon, I think. It was like it was almost afternoon. I think it was around 11:30 to 12. Yep. So it was time to leave. And I really liked the flight from Brussels to Oslo because there was so much leg room. It wasn't as cramped up as the flight from Accra to Brussels. So I really enjoyed the flight, but there was so much turbulence on our way because it was in the afternoon. It was really cloudy. It had snowed, so the clouds were just doing their thing. At a point, it got scary, but then because I had watched videos of people saying traveling at this time, at this period, had so much turbulence, so I just had to be calm and then just sit still, not look at the window so much because I chose window seats for all my flights, yeah. So that's the cloud beneath the plane. The sight was just so beautiful. It's like you're on top of a desert, but then this is the clouds. You can see anything beneath it. Like, I've not really gone on long flights before coming to Oslo, just domestic flights within Ghana, and I didn't get to fly above the clouds like this, like really thick clouds. You can see anything beneath it. It was just a very beautiful sight to behold. Like, very, very beautiful to behold. Day in Norway. The beautiful thing about Norway, seeing Norway from the top, is you see the houses like scattered, not so close together. Like Norway is a very big country with houses like scattered. It's not together, so it was just so nice seeing it from the top. Like it was really nice, and this is where we got to Norway. I don't know which part of Norway we were at yet, but I knew we were already in Norway because now we had combined clouds and the announcement it said we were already in Norway. You can see the snow down there. It had snowed. It was winter, so it was always snowing, and yeah, Norway for you. And the sun was also shining, so the light was like reflected. Yeah, that's just a beautiful thing about winter. I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you have, and don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to. Thank you so much for your support so far on my videos. Much love from me to you all. So I really enjoyed my flights from Accra to Norway. Brussels Airline was so cool. I used the economy, but then the one above the basic or the standard economy. So with that, I had 2 baggage allowance. I was able to come with 2 23 kg bags, 1 hand luggage, and then one carry-on, and it was really nice. The flight was so neat. It was really cozy. We're given blankets. We were given a earpiece to plug in in case you didn't bring your own headphones. We were given earpiece, and it was just so cool. I enjoyed the flights throughout, and I like the fact that it was really short. From Ghana to Brussels, that was like 6 hours 30 minutes, and from Brussels to it was just like 6 hours, I think 6 hours from Ghana to Brussels, and 1 hour 30 minutes from Brussels to Oslo. The flight was so short. The only thing that made it long was the layover in Brussels, and that gave you enough time to rest, so your legs were not going to be so tired from sitting in a 14 hours long flight. So it was quite easy, and everything was simple. Booking the flight was really easy, and I liked the fare. The fare was really cool, probably because of the time I traveled. It was really nice. I enjoyed my whole experience. The flight attendants were really nice, and yeah, we are in Norway now, in Oslo, and it was just like a feeling of happiness. It's like, OMG, I'm finally here. Like, I'm here. And arriving at Oslo airport, when we came down from the plane, we had to go through a shuttle bus from where the plane landed to the main airport area for our checks. So the bus was full. I think I was like the last person to enter the bus to the main checkpoints. Yeah, that's the bus in front there. And yeah, 100% electric, sustainable. Yeah, so we had to take the shuttle service to the checkpoints where they had to check all our papers, all our documents, and make sure everything was intact, and then you could now go for your luggages. So from my flight from Ghana to Brussels, I never saw my luggage boxes, like they were transferred automatically. I didn't need to take them or need to sign any papers. Everything was just done underground. I didn't need to see it or need to do any paperwork. So I just had to go to Oslo airport and then get my luggage boxes. So there it was, and it was really nice seeing your bag, but then it had this scratch at the bottom. I was like, nah, why did this happen to me? Because I refused to seal it because I saw people at the airport like applying plastic foil around their bags, but then I did not do that. I just left it plain, but then it had scratched at the bottom. That was at the bottom of the tire, but that nobody had seen it. So I delayed a bit. So there are just few bags there because I had to do some extra checks. And yeah, I finally got my bag safe and sound. My sister had put this heart designs on it, so it was so easy to locate, and I chose my favorite color, which was not so common, so it was just easy to locate it. And I was just making sure I had everything set because now I had to go for my COVID test. It was still during the time of COVID, so you're supposed to go for COVID test when you arrive in Norway, but now all that is past and gone. I was just trying to fix everything, to get ready, rearrange stuff, to bring out stuff, and not just get to the COVID center, test center, and start searching for things. The airport is really, really, really beautiful. I didn't have time to go fully around it because my bags were so much. I was tired already, and then I just needed to make it to the exit. Do I recommend Brussels Airlines to come into Oslo? Yes, I do. I recommend Brussels Airlines. If you're coming to Norway, I recommend it. Just check if it fits your budget. Go for it because I just like how everything was smooth. I got to Brussels and I was just rest assured that I was already in Norway because it was just like 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours flight from Brussels to Oslo. It was so quick. Within a jiffy, we're already in Oslo. The processes were smooth, as I said. The plane was really nice, as I said. And yeah, I'll definitely recommend Brussels Airlines. After a 14-hour flight. I just had to find a restroom, freshen up, change my clothes, now dress like a Nordic. Entered into the woolens mood. So I had to take off. I was dressed like that from Ghana because my woolens were so much, my sweaters were so much, so I had to wear 2 trousers, the heavy ones. I had to wear so much on me so that I can be able to go through security, go through the point without having to pay for extra luggage. So yeah, I had to bring out all my Norwegian dresses, and I was finally ready to go out into the cold. It was like, I think just like minus 10 degrees when I came. I think minus 10 degrees. Then it has subsided. Thank you so much for watching this video to this point, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.